What's up, guys? Riversios here, and we're back again with the Tank Request series. This is going to be episode number 5. Today we are going to be playing or taking out the MBT-70 and the F-86 F2 Sabre. Both are going to be a 9.0 battle rating. Both are very, very effective vehicles in my opinion. Through a little bit of play with this thing, I've got to say this is probably my favorite vehicle in the game right now. So I would highly recommend going for it. It's definitely worth the grind, and is definitely worth the time to put into it. So I'm going to go over a little bit about the tanks and the plane, and then we're just going to hop right into it. So let's see here. So the armor on the MBT, actually in just the armor specs or whatever, aren't that great. There's about 38 on one side. The mantlet is kind of a trolley mix of different levels of armor. The bottom's 200, that little tiny plate. The upper plate's 34, the bottom is 76 and 76. Sides aren't too impressive with 23 and 35, and just kind of just weak armor overall. But once you get into the X-ray, that's where you get to see the spaced armor. On the front of the turret, it can actually protect. For kinetic, it can do up to 320 on certain spots and only 280 for chemical. So if I fire a heat shell, if it's below 280 millimeters penetration, it's really not going to go through. And in certain spots, if it's a kinetic at 320 millimeter, it's really not going to go through. For the upper plate, though, we have 200 or 170 for kinetic and chemical. So again, if it's below 200 for kinetic, it's really not going to go through. If it's below 170, again, it's really not going to be very, very effective. For crew composition, we have 3 crew members. We have a commander, a gunner, and a driver. This is an auto-loader with a flat-out 10-second reload, so that is an uninterrupted 10-second reload. You cannot change it. You can't change your crew. I mean, I go into here to the crew. You go to tank loader, and your weapon reloading. If you look, total, base, and the top is also 10 seconds. So there's no way to change the auto-loading reload speed no matter how much you upgrade your crew. Back is kind of weak with the spaced armor. It's got 35 and 40 for kinetic and chemical, so it's really not going to protect against a whole lot, but it's just kind of extra armor. Most of the ammo storage is taken out of the bottom of the tank and put in the back of the turret, so you really got to hide this back of the turret, which is pretty hard because it's a very wide spot. And you do have the 152 millimeter main gun. It fires mainly the 4 shell types you really want: armor piercing, fin stabilized, discarding, sabot. 380 millimeters at 10 meters at 90 degrees, so a lot of penetration up close. Even at 2,000 meters at a 90-degree angle, 315. So you're getting above 300 millimeters of penetration with this round, so it's quite effective. The heat round, you're only getting 354 at 90 degrees at any range, and you're getting 306 at 60 and 176 at 30 at any range. So it's generally a nice shell. I'm not a huge fan of the heat just because it's a very unreliable shell. The Armor APFS DS shot is extremely reliable because it shrapnels well, and it's a pretty much instant detonation if you hit ammo. So I highly recommend trying to grind for that shell. It is very difficult because it is on 22,000 after you grind out 2 sets of 25, and potentially, if you want to go for FPE first, another set of 22. So you're looking at a total of around, I don't know, 72 to 94,000 research points to get to the APFS DS. So it takes a while, but it's definitely worth it. And it also has an ATGM with 431 at 90 degrees, 373 at 60, and 215 at 30. So again, it's good for long range. I tend to use the armor piercing, fin stabilized, discarding sabot at close to medium range, and once you get to the 0.9 or above kilometers, I tend to switch the ATGM, which has a max range of 3 kilometers. So just, I mean, let's say you have a T-64 way out in the distance and you're trying to hit that lower plate or the side of it at a really accurate position, and you can point and just guide that thing right in and nail him right in the side or in that lower plate, and it generally does the job. So I recommend that for long-range engagements. Sometimes it does launch weird at close range, so you want to kind of watch out for that, but overall it is very reliable, so I highly recommend using that. We do have smoke grenades. They're pretty effective. They have a 13-meter radius on each grenade, and I believe there's 8 of them. It screens yourself or screens you for 5 seconds, and it holds that screening for 20 seconds. So you have a generally long smoke screen from incoming fire. And overall, this tank just performs well. It has a very, very nice turret rotation. It has extremely good mobility. It's got a really nice engine. It weighs only 51.7 tons. Max speed is 64 kilometers an hour. Pretty decent overall. And it also has the hydropneumatic suspension. Basically, you can adjust the suspension to, I don't know, tilt your tank to one side or lift the front end up to give yourself a little bit more height for the main gun if you're trying to shoot up. Or you can tilt the front end down and the back up to allow yourself to get more gun depression. Let's say you're pulling up on a hill. So that's also another effective asset that comes along with the tank. And you also have the 20 mil on the top. I forgot to mention that. You do have the 20 millimeter on the top that is on its own, I guess, turret platform. It can spin pretty much 360 degrees. Once it gets over to the optics, it has a little bit difficulty trying to get over them. But once it gets over them, it's pretty effective. So the F-86 was the plane that we're also going to be using. 20 millimeter, basically miniguns. I believe they are. I mean, they may just be 20 millimeter cans with an extremely high rate of fire, but they are very, very good at killing planes. Not as great as killing tanks. I'm going to kind of rely on this thing's missiles to do that. So we're going to have 16 of the HVAR rockets, which really only have 36 millimeters of penetration, but until I unlock the bombs, this thing is not the greatest. So we'll try to get that going as well. It has a little bit of crew protection, and I have it generally upgraded, so it's got a really good engine. It can get up to very, very high speeds, and it can maintain those high speeds. So I enjoy it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the action. Alrighty, welcome to the first match. We're going to be playing Battle on Maginot Line. This isn't the most ideal map for this tank, but it can get to a pretty good position. I think I'm going to try and assist with going for B, even though that's not the smartest idea because there's going to be a KPZ and potentially a T-64 rush to that position. But if we can get the early game, we might be able to secure it long enough to actually try and start capping it. So let's see how it goes. A lot of people being taken out up here. Let's see if I can't sneak up on someone. This is another thing the KP or the MBT is good at, is being able to maneuver around the map without a whole lot of resistance. Unlike other tanks, it has a very, very high-powered engine, so it's able to push these push around these corners and not have to worry about a whole lot. The P-51 or something up. A lot of T-64 kill. Oh wow, got one target way in the distance. Shot was a little low. Oh, he's still up there. Oh, that was just a little low as well. He is way out there. I was pushing 2 kilometers on the aim reticle there, I believe. Oh, there he is again. That time we got him. Fortunately, we're not able to get there fast enough. Not sure what just shot us either. Alrighty, I will see you guys in the next game. Alrighty, welcome to the second match. We're going to be playing Domination on Poland. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for this map. I'm not sure if I want to go for B or if I want to try to make a move on Charlie. I think we're going to go for Charlie. I usually don't play this side of the map, but let's mix it up a little bit. We're here to experiment. So I think I'm gonna try to jet out wide on this one. I'm gonna try to get to the edge of this tree line way out here, and potentially flank some of the main KPZs that might be running out to the side. So let's see how far out we can go. Looks like I am alone going for Charlie. My entire team has decided to go for Alpha and Bravo, so I'm going to be alone trying to get this objective. So let's see how far we get. Oh, I already see a T-64 moving. The two T-64s moving. And you know what? Let's try to take a pot shot at these guys. Why not? Ooh, that was close, but it was not quite close enough. Alright, I have to keep moving now. Probably should have loaded an ATGM and see if I can snipe over into their ranks, but now I'll keep moving. We've already got guys moving up to B. I've been shot in the rear. I don't believe that was what I thought it was. I think I got shot from another direction, but it just registered to my rear because I'm moving quick enough. Not exactly sure where that came from. I'm going to continue to push up though, despite the fact that someone may see me. Sorry, having issues turning my tank around. Once this thing gets rolling, it is very effective at turning and maneuvering, but at slower speeds, the neutral steering only works on flat surfaces generally, so you have to kind of expect to have a little bit of issue on a non-flat surface without the neutral with the neutral steering. So the only advice I can, wow, tree. Stop, it's a 51.7 ton tank. Alright, so I'm in the position I want to be in. I don't see anybody though. It may just be that they're all trying to camp. Okay. Okay, apparently a big light panzer has beaten me to this position. And that's annoying. Okay, well, on to the third match. Alrighty, welcome to the third match. We're going to be playing Battle on Kursk. This is definitely not a map that I want to be playing with. Just for a fact that it's really tough to get to a good position on this map, even when it's just domination. So, this should be quite interesting. Ooh, we do have the Russians on our team this time. So it's the Americans, the Russians, and the British against just the Germans. So it's only KPZs and Racket and Jagdpanzers and Light Panzers. Trying to figure out that word. So that should be interesting. I think this is the first match that I've actually had the T-64s on my team. First match I ever played with this thing after I got a couple of the upgrades for it. I actually had the T-64s and the KPZs on the enemy team, and it was a night battle, and I actually got 3 kills in pitch black. I had no idea what was going on. I was just firing random shots, and somehow managed to get 3 kills in the whole mix. But what I'm doing right here is definitely not a good idea. I'm going to be rushing across a space where they can snipe me the most easy way possible. I just want to get to the town so I can potentially snipe with the ATGM down into Alpha and just keep them off our zone and let my team try to capture Bravo. So we'll find out in a couple seconds how this is going to go. If it goes as planned, this is going to be a really good run, but I don't know. It may or may not go the way it's planned. I can already see one target way out in the distance. There he is. I'm going to range this at about there. I'm going to go ahead and load up the ATGM and just start flinging some ATGMs. It'll be difficult to do with the trees, but we'll figure out how that goes. Alright, where is this guy at? Either he got stopped or another one coming. Somebody else fire an ATGM. I'm going to fling one at this guy in this area right here. And he's still coming up. I'm going to preemptively fire and get his track and his transmission. I'm going to fire towards the back and I'm going to slightly pull it towards where I think he's going to be. Boom. That was a good shot around that tree. ATGM going way far back. I'm gonna make sure there's nobody close to me. I think we're okay to move up a little bit. Just trying to get a better angle on whoever the heck is way back here. Alright, can't really see them. I'm gonna see if I can't find that guy who just kept going earlier. Oh, apparently there's one closer. They're pointing out right about here, so maybe behind one of these trees. I'm not sure if I see anything. At least so far. I don't see anything super far out. Nothing generally close, so saved my teammate there. See if I can't reverse and maybe hit him again. Not exactly sure where he went. Okay, I just took a hit. I'm gonna go ahead and pop smoke and just retreat real quick. Use this house as cover. Alright. I'm good for the time being. I'm not exactly sure what hit me. I'm gonna hide behind this little shack for now. Alright, they're on Alpha. Take it. Oh, there he is. Got his track. I'm gonna get behind some trees so I don't think he can see me quite yet. Got his cannon breach, that's good enough for now. Oh wow, okay. So apparently there's some KPZs far, far back. Yeah, just sitting in their spawn. Unfortunately, that's just an awful, awful playstyle. So, wow, can't afford anything. Alright, well I think that is going to be it for the video, guys. Appreciate you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and remember to leave any further vehicles you want to see in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys on the next one.